6, 1. Welcome back. Hopefully we get loaded in here soon. You know, I'm always having internet problems these days, but today we're doing okay. All right, so if you went through the previous video, I ran through all of the announcements, and today we're actually going to go through the updates that are actually in the game. So some things are actually difficult to find and need a little bit of clarification, so that's the whole point of this video, and hopefully if I can stay on task, we can get it done in a decent amount of time. So first thing is all gem packs will earn you scarlet gems. Let's take a look at that. So there you go. There you go. So you're getting a little bit of scarlet gems with each various purchase that you do. It's only on the gems because they only mention that, but let's look at the pack store right there. Click on her face under the gems. And there you go. Little scarlet gems. These scarlet gems, you can save them, you can use them. They will be used in the Midas events going forward. We don't have a Midas right here, so I can't show you, but hey, I did film me throwing some free-to-play red gems at a Midas event just to kind of check it out. I didn't go that far, but who knows, maybe one of these days that video will hit, that clip will hit a video somewhere. But anyways, yeah, you get your scarlet gems, use it for Midas, there you go. So that way, free-to-plays are getting something, and then players that want to push can of course do that if they so choose. Next one, guild leaders will be able to buy from a new guild store. This is difficult to find. Click on the guild button, click on guild bonus, and then right there in the bottom right corner, there's the button that says store. So guild user interface, guild bonus at the bottom, guild store, and there you go. So this is 100 energy, and then here you're getting 1 raid zone pass, and then here you're getting 2 ordeal and 2 expedition or trial, whatever they're calling it this week. And there you go. We have saved up a sizable amount of guild currency over here. What do they call it? Do they have a name for it? Nope. But yeah, it is. It is here. So you'll get it in the mail. Couple things here. First thing is the energy is a consumable. The other items are not a consumable. However, they will stay in your mail. So if you don't want to use them immediately, you don't have to. They'll stay in your mail. I still think it should be a consumable because I know all of you don't want to have some mail notification in your window. So it's a low priority thing, but it would be a nice little fix there if they would turn these into consumables. The other thing is if you've maxed out your guild's perks, which is not that difficult to do, you start to get this currency, but the thing is a lot of players are requesting that they expand the perks, whether they just have the current level of perks, just go higher. So let's go beyond 20%. Movement speed and gold and XP, and let's go up and up and up. Maybe leave guild members there. Everybody thinks they want more guild members in their guild, but in reality you really don't, especially with guild boss drops. You've already got 30 people fighting over guild boss loot, and if your guild is like every single guild I've talked to, good items from guild boss are extremely scarce. So 30 in your guild is probably plenty. But these boosts could go up a little bit. I would like if they would reduce the amount of time it takes to regen energy or just other different perks. I'm a big fan of permanent perks that you earn versus just some energy that I'm just going to blow through real quick. So, you know, other guild leaders out there, it's up to you to decide what you want to do. But there you go. You can get some resources. Better than nothing. I gotta say it's better than nothing. But I would like to see this expanded. And if you guys have good ideas, put it in the suggestions channel in the Discord link in the description. So, but if there's good ideas about guild perks, I guarantee they want to hear it because we've been talking about the possibility of that. But anywho, so there you go. Personally, my decision, I'm going to sit on that currency. I'm not going to spend it. I'm going to wait and see. Now, theoretically, if they did come out with a new system, we'd probably be able to level it up super fast anyways because it's Unity, but, you know, whatever. You know, I prefer earning a perk or a buff instead of just some raid shards that everybody's going to blow through. Well, whatever. All right, moving on. Number 3, after upgrading gears, a continue button will appear. We talked about that. So I'm not going to show upgrading anything because I don't want to upgrade anything. But if you upgraded a thing, it would disappear, then you have to find the item again and upgrade it again, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm assuming you click it, it upgrades, and then you can keep clicking it, and there you go. Hopefully I'll get some loot soon, and then I'll upgrade something. But until then, you guys will just stare at my bag of tricks. Number 4, the gem turntable. We're actually going to do this. At least I think we are. So at the top next to the pack store, you see the novice pack icon has returned. You click on that. You click on gem turntable. You got this little kind of Wheel of Fortune thing. I have no idea what it's going to do. Now, the button says 10 gems on it, so I'm assuming I spend 10 gems and I have a chance to get a higher amount of that. I'm going to be honest with you, 10 gems is not a big deal to anybody. However, this probably increases a couple times. So let's just see how it goes. Maybe this is like the new Midas. So there we go. Runs around. And there you go. We got some gems. Now we can go up to 30. Oh, so it's basically the same way as the Midas. It's just a different way of looking at it. That's kind of cool. And it shows you the options too. If I click on anything other than the button, nothing happens. So let's try it again. Bum, ba, bum. So I guess this is the new Midas. How high does it go? 60? I don't know what kind of video it's going to be. But of course, it's always increasing. I'm lagging a little bit. That is most likely my internet because of reasons. Can I not click it? Or is it lag? Let's click out. Let's click in. Is that it? I just can't do it anymore? I got gems, boys. Let's close it. Let's go back. Get out of my way. Notification thing. Click. And the button's back. All right. It's all good. It's all good, boys. Sometimes you got to shake it. You got to shake it, fellas. So there we go. Let's click 400. Let me know how many gems you guys got this week. 2,000. I wonder how far this thing goes. Anytime a game developer does something like this, they're collecting a ton of data from it. It's going to decide what they do in the future, how they tweak it. That's how, for example, do I not have 3,000 gems? Well, that sucks. I kind of want to continue. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back here with some more gems and we'll see how this goes. But it's kind of like Midas. Again, I think the amount of gems that you can win for Midas was higher. Feel free to refer back to my old Midas videos to have something to compare to. But yeah, so we'll check it out. That might get me to throw some gems in there. I do think that the amount you can win is less. However, if each of these have an equal chance of being won, then maybe it's a more equal distribution. I don't know. Big words. I'm just saying words at this point. Whatever. You see it. It's cool. Number 5, the addition of a new rarity, Transcendence. Thunder Fury will now be rarity. All right, let's go look at Thunder Fury. Dum, 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 dum. If you guys haven't been following me, I do have a material, but we've been not having good times. It still says Mythic on the material. Did I just kill the video? No, we're still alive? Okay, we're back. So, where is the thing? We're looking for Thunder Fury. I really hope I didn't choke that video. But anyways, all right, so where is Vuk? Vuk is here. Look at that. So it's got these nice little corners on there. Didn't make it too crazy. And for people that have colorblind issues, I imagine that possibly helps a little bit, although that's usually more of like a yellow-green thing as far as I remember. But there you go. Now the name is white instead of being red, and it says Transcend in lowercase letters. All right, good enough, whatever. Stats, everything should be the same, just they changed that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, moving on. Number 6. Addition of new legendary monsters for each of the radiation zones 7 and 8. So, when new monsters are added, you click on the monster button in the side of the screen. You change it to legendary, and then you get clicking. So here we go. Speed King already exists, Golden Rex. I know where one of them is. So let's take a look at Allied Shark. Alloy Shark, why can't I say that? Alloy Shark is not new. Alloy, there we go. Alloy Shark is not new. He was already in the gacha, and it already says obtained from gacha in the bottom. But there is a new boy, Poseidon Shark, that I'm assuming uses Alloy Shark. And if I can move him out of the way, you can see that he has 45% damage mitigation and 45% damage. Closest enemy. He's got drain skills, and then another drain skill to furthest enemy. 3 random enemies. I believe that's a drain. Look at that. Give you a little bit of tail there, a little whap whap. And then the wording here is a little bit weird. I guess that's a drain or a heal. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But there you go. So you finally have a tank that has some damage mitigation. He is a speed bait, and so a bait tank is a tank that has low stamina, so that attack weakest skills go to this guy, but hopefully he has enough defense that he can survive the hits. And it has been announced that minion plugins or augments or ways to itemize your minions is coming. So maybe that'll help round out some of these guys. But there you go, a speed bait. I know a lot of people wanted a bait on their team. Here you go. He just happens to have a lot of speed. So we'll see how it goes. He's the best in his class, but there's no one else in his class. So that was the first fusion. There's 2 fusions and 2 legendaries. The next fusion is Sword God, and the first thing you should be saying is, oh my goodness. So as I move her out of the way by clicking on the skill, 10 speed, 200% crit damage. And then for those of you that have been playing the game for a while, you might remember of when they had a bunch of minions that had crit damage, but they did not have a way to crit. Therefore, hang on, we're moving. But they didn't have any crit, so their crit damage didn't do anything. However, if you look at these skills, take a look. So 1 SP, furthest enemy deals 400% extra crit damage. Crit rate increases by 50%. Holy crap. Just drink it in, boys. There is a furthest enemy option. There is a closest enemy option. And in the closest enemy one, it has 500% crit damage and 40% crit rate. So you're kind of flip-flopping on which one you get more crit rate or you get more crit damage. These animations, a little bit crazy. Keep in mind, she already has 200% crit damage. Last 2 skills, Flash. She's breaking the 2-dimensional rules, man. She's turning sideways. Attack all enemies. 250% crit damage, crit rate increases by 30%. It's crazy. And the last one, 4 SP. She zooms right off the page. Target enemy, 3,000 crit damage, crit rate increases by 25%. So on her own, she is ridiculous. But if you remember with all the NG changes, there is an NG talent that buffs someone else or a minion on your team and gives them 75% crit chance, as well as some other stuff, like I think 30% damage. I don't know. I don't remember. The info is in the talent channel. But you could you could do this. You could give her the crit buff and then she could just pop off. And I think you can do that buff like twice per battle or something like that. So we're going to see some weird stuff out of her as soon as someone else is able to make her. Keep in mind, look at the stats there. So she's got a respectable amount of stamina, probably enough to work with if your total stats are high enough to harness this thing anyways. I'm okay with her attack stat being low. She's not going to get reflected too horribly. She might, I don't know. But she'll have a least chance of that, and then a lot of speed is going to make her really aggressive as far as PvP and everything. I mean, if she might even be able to do her attack all enemy skill twice before anybody else gets a chance to do anything. I mean, she's ridiculous. So sky's the limit with this one. We'll talk about the recipe a little bit as we get there, but let me go back to hunting for other stuff. Okay. Queen of Warfare. So we believe that Queen of Warfare is in her recipe. So Ally Shark and Queen of Warfare are being used in fusions. To be completely honest with you, nobody is thrilled with them using gacha monsters from the into fusions. The only silver lining is if, and this is not confirmed, I don't have info on this, it's if these monsters, if Queen of Warfare and Alloy Shark are in Raid 9, and players have a way to catch them other than the gacha, which would make this all okay. If that's the case, cool. If they're only gacha minions, I feel like that's a bad way to do it. That's not a good way to do it. Because let's just look at it. Let's just do some like back of the hand math. Look how expensive it is to catch monsters over here. To try to draw one, it's 360 gems. Just to try. And then to pull 10, it's still over 3K. And then if we click on the button over here, can I click on the detail button? There we go. You have a 2% chance to get a legendary monster. So if you are on average, it's going to take you 50 pulls to pull a legendary monster. But you know how many legendary monsters there are in this game. There's a ton. So even if the monster that you want is featured, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of pulls. That's not even close to being healthy. So I do have a lot of faith in the devs. When there's something I don't like, I disagree with it, and I explain why and propose suggestions. My suggestion right now, if it's not already in the works, maybe this is already the plan, put these gotcha monsters into Raid 9. If I've been saying Raid 6, I meant Raid 9. But yeah, put them in Raid 9, and then give us other ways, other options of capturing them in-game. But things shouldn't just be locked behind the gotcha. It's not great. I feel like pet is like an exception. You know, pet and accessory. What do we got over here? I didn't even notice he's updated. Libra. Maybe I did notice. Ancient Mask. Yeah, I guess they just updated now. Dragonhead. What is this? Attack Tears 2. Magic Gun's one of the coolest cosmetic looking pets out there. But anyways, a lot needs to be improved. First off, I think they could probably change the gem cost down to what these guys cost. You know, change that gem cost. Let's start there. Also, if you guys get this is the highest dodge equipment, device, accessory, whatever you want to call it, in the game. So if you get this epic, keep it. You might need that for a rainy day. You never know, man. You never know. But anyways, so there's a lot of room for improvement here. You know, give suggestions, give feedback. But anyways, Lapa is already getting the recipe. And let's talk about the recipes before I forget. We still haven't found the legendary monsters. So let's go and try to do that real quick before I get off tangent. But anyway, so we were here, Queen of Warfare, God of Flame. Keep in mind, look at God of Flame's silhouette over there. Keep that in mind because we're going to look at the recipes in a second. Bum, 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 bum. Where is... So these are all the fusions. I shouldn't be looking at fusion. No? Yeah. Give me a second, fellas. Death Spiral. That dude. Steel Titania. That's the girl with the fist. We've seen her. They just keep changing her name and confusing me. Oasis Smasher. Is this a different name of the same guy? Or is this a new guy? So Oasis Smasher. Minotaur. This guy's new. I believe he's in Raid 8. He kind of has that same scheme, but for some reason they had a Minotaur there. What does he got? Attack. He's only got 3 skills. That's not a lot of skills for a legendary monster. Attack target enemy, and then heal target ally. What a weird kit. What a weird kit. Attack target's gonna suck in Raid if you run into him. Hopefully you're killing him before he's killing you. So we got Minotaur. Maybe it is Oasis. Warlord. Templar Envoy. They keep changing all these names. So, I guess it's this guy? Maybe it is this guy. Or it's just the old guy with the name change. They were messing me up. All right. We were slowing down. We'll pick it back up. So, the monsters, the monster fusions, etc. New auto run has been added. Let me show you guys how to find that. Hopefully I'm not taking way too long. But, so you click on Radiation Zone. And then down there in the bottom left corner, you click on Loop Fight. It gives you this little thing. Hey, it'll restart. There you go. It will reject the merchant. The key will be ignored, which honestly is fine. I'm okay with giving up the merchant. It was only giving me like a nugget from every once in a while, which is the same as the black market. Auto combat will not be turned off after the character dies. Ooh, that might be a problem. I wonder if you can interrupt it. I guess I'll end the video with me on autopilot with the loop. Except for setting to automatically persuade monsters with specified rarity, other monsters automatically refuse to capture. You can go in games and revive. So, Whatever. All right, we'll jump in there in a little bit. We'll jump in there. What else? Display probability of legendaries in the gachapon. All right. We've been a gacha in the entire time, and I didn't show. I guess it won't show for this one. Let's go over here. To my knowledge, they were going to add and show you your specific percent chance from the gacha. Maybe they show it on the device. The conversation I had about this was that it's a little bit confusing. So, for example, after you do 50 draws, your next draw is 52, and then your next draw is 54, and then 56, and 58, and 60, and so on. Like I was going to say a bunch of players, but it's really just one person I know of, wanted them to actually show the mercy value in there somewhere. Am I just blind and not seeing it? But the people wanted to see the percent chance going from 50 to 52 to 54, 56, and all that kind of stuff. I don't see it. I don't see the difference. Whatever. The information's there. It would just be shown in a little bit of a different format. But I do not see the difference there. Anything, ratio of the life attributes in game. So stamina is giving you more hit points than it was before. We talked about that. Can't really show it. Refine will show the success probability. And yes, I knew that someone was going to comment and say, how dare you go and not refine your shield? It's right there. You could just click it just like that. Just click it, and you could just do it. And then I didn't. And that's right, I didn't. I'll eventually do it. I just rather bother some folks. But Gav, you got a bunch of lost cores, man. You got the gold. You can do it. When the time is right. When the time is right, I'll do it. But there you go. It says you success rate in the corner. That's pretty cool. That's really good. Anyways, moving on. Number 13. The myth from the boxes will show. All right. So you go to raid. You click on store. Now you've got the first box is for tank stuff. The box with the D is for not tank stuff. That's what the D stands for. Dps items, if you really want to be a nerd about it, it's fine. And let me show you what those items look like. Because Naira has them all. They're all in game, and I don't feel bad showing you guys anymore. He's probably choosing to use this weapon because it's got a really good skill set. He probably already has the weapon, to be honest. But there you go. So take a look. I think the weapon has like crit on it or something. Who would have thought crit? So offhand, there's a set bonuses, damage, crit damage. And then over here, speed and SP cost reduction. I do not know if this is an SP cost reduction or if it's actually just a refund. So you spend 10 SP, you get 1 back, because that's how the talent is worded and that's how the talent works. But either way, it's still good, and it'll be nice to have. This is the next one. This is this one. Same thing. And then again, there is a weapon here. It's the same skins, just with that same color, and it's a gun. And it looks like this one. So it looks like this, different colors, but it's got offensive bonuses on it. You guys can figure it out. But there you go. So DPS boys got items in there, and let's just take a second to look. I should have mentioned it. Naira almost has 6,000 total stats. What are you slackers doing? What are you guys doing? Get it done. Get 6,000 total stats. Come on. What is this? A bunch of jokes on here. Anyways, number 14. The ability to see number of attacks each guild member does against the boss. Oh, that's probably my favorite thing out of all of them, because I'm a whip-cracking guild leader over here. I don't know if I can use that term anymore, actually. But there you go. In the bottom left-hand corner, the members button. And can I reset? I'm just curious if they changed the reset without telling me. Okay, no, they didn't. But if you click on members, and there you go. It doesn't track any attacks that were used before this was implemented. So you guys are lucky. Otherwise, I'd be out here with the boots, stomping the mud holes. But there you go. It's amazing. I get to look and actually see. It's kind of weird they call it wins, because you basically never win, but whatever. I'll take it. I will take it. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'm going to spend all day just staring at this thing. Some of you guys stare at your friends list and monitor your kick timers. I'm over here staring at this. Just, oh yeah, look at those attempts. Yeah, hey. Hey, Awuki, why don't you use your temps, man? Hey, King in Yellow, what's going on? Helville, come on, etc. Yeah, that's the future. I love it. And then PvP coins will be, again, exchangeable for GVG stuff. So if we go over here to Dungeon and click on Arena and then click on Exchange, we can now transfer and buy GVG tickets again. So there you go. The great GVG boycott was successful. And I still think that if you need chip materials, I still think GVG tickets for chip materials, or PvP for GVG for chip materials. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I think it's still the way to go. And that is it. That is your big update recap. Let me know how you guys do in the gem Wheel of Fortune. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, I appreciate you guys for sticking through a long video like this. And I will see you in the next one.